If you are wanting to shop for condos in Coeur d'Alene, you may feel a little overwhelmed, not sure where to start, so we've put together a list so that you don't have to. Welcome to Luxury Homes North Idaho. I'm Sarah Cline and this is Greg Rowley. Today we are going to help you compare your condo options.
The menu has increased drastically over the years. As you can see behind us, there's several new buildings to our skyline. And we're just hoping to give you some bullet points from each building to give you an idea how you might see yourself living in one of these buildings.
Hey, we're coming to you from the rooftop of the One Lakeside building. It is a luxury condo building built in 2021 and has the best views in downtown Coeur d'Alene.
This is incredible up here. So there is a, they call it the club level for the residents. And there is a little clubhouse room over here and a swimming pool and jacuzzi behind us, not a swimming pool. But I'll tell you, I can't imagine anywhere better to watch fireworks on the 4th of July or to see this town transform through all four seasons. The flowering trees in the spring and the autumn colors and the lights for the Christmas display, the whole thing. I mean, it's amazing. We're literally 17 floors above the city park and the city beach. And that has been one of my favorite things about this town since I've been a kid is the forefathers, I suppose you might call them, the city planners from over 100 years ago had the foresight to make this area a city park and to not allow development and housing. And this is literal ground zero of North Idaho life.
Certainly is. Yep, you
right
got a front row seat, you've got the lake, the resort, city park down over here, Fort Grounds, and obviously the trail system that cuts through. Get to enjoy downtown living.
And from this high up, there's actually a really cool view looking up the river and over the college campus as well. So there's something everywhere you look up here. It's really neat.
So the One Lakeside building is bringing some sophistication of the bigger cities into downtown Coeur d'Alene.
Very modern aesthetic.
Yes, one of the first buildings to do that. There's obviously other condo buildings, but modern aesthetic with the rooftop amenities. I know they're putting one in over at the Sherman Tower for the hotel guests to enjoy, and some other people are following suit because it is such a phenomenal view. As Greg said, to take in all the four seasons. And
I've always thought the one thing we needed down here in this part of town was some kind of rooftop bar, somewhere to have some beers and watch a game. And I'm glad to see that is happening over there. And really, if you are a resident of this building, you have that baked in as one of kind of the amenities of living here. It's exceptional.
Yes, and unobstructed, I would, compared to maybe some of the other buildings, as we're taking you guys through a tour of your options and comparing them, it really front row seat, and there's no other buildings obstructing your view. You're right here, as we mentioned, with the park and the lake and the mountains, and you've got it all.
And this is probably the best room in North Idaho for a Super Bowl party. We're in the club lounge at One Lakeside. Kitchen, living room area, lots of tables. This is available for private parties for the residents, but I'll tell you, if I lived here, I think I would be up here every day. Multiple TVs and just an absolute incredible place to hang out.
And on the same level as the club lounge, there is a designated meeting room that you can reserve, and just down the hall takes you to the fitness center.
We're here on the 4th floor, very cool common area veranda, and something that you won't find in too many condo buildings, something I've never seen, a pet area. So those cold winter days, you don't have to take your dog down to the street level to do his business.
Yes, if you're a dog lover, we got a dog run right here. You may want the 4th floor.
And now we're here at the Thomas George, the newest entry into the luxury living condo options in North Idaho. And we're with Hayden and Earl. Fun fact, the Thomas George building is named after Hayden's father, Thomas, a friend of mine. I've been to Ireland golfing with Tom. Hayden's grandfather, George. I never met George and Grandma Irma, but I knew their names as a golf pro at the country club. And Hayden here is the son of Thomas, grandson of George, and a dear friend of mine, and the first golf lesson I ever gave when I was a young golf professional. Hayden was 6 years old, and I always say I learned more from him than he probably learned from me. But now here we are as co-realtors in the luxury segment, and who better to tell you about this building than Hayden? So, what makes the Thomas George different than the other buildings of this kind of magnitude here in town?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thanks for having me. And it is true, Greg and I spent a lot of time on the golf course, and still am a avid golfer today. A lot of thanks to him for instilling that passion. The Thomas George is a project we started planning in 2021. We broke ground March 23rd of 2023. And this is a 58 unit, 18-story luxury condo project situated on the corner of Front and 3rd in downtown Coeur d'Alene. So
that's like Boardwalk and Park Place.
Exactly. It's one of the best pieces of real estate. It was actually an old bank parking lot for US Bank. So we purchased the bank building. The bank building still sits behind us. That has been our construction office.
I remember as a kid, Mom and Dad took us here one year for the 4th of July fireworks, and we sat on the wall. Remember, there used to be a wall down here. And that's where we would sit and watch the 4th of July fireworks. So
it was probably one of the most underutilized pieces of real estate, a bank parking lot with a water view. So credit to my dad, Tom, who he used to bank here. He pursued this piece, and we broke ground on it. It was a long process. So we went 2 stories underground with parking. We went up to level 3 with parking. Every unit gets a private minimum 2-car garage. Level 3 features our amenity space, including a saltwater pool. We've got a 24-hour fitness center. We've got a golf simulator. We've got a conference room and a kitchen there that residents can utilize. Right now, we have 54 of 58 units sold. So we have 4 units remaining.
Congratulations.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. And this one we're in right now is available.
This is available.
And the view is 10 out of 10. This is incredible.
This is one of my favorite units. This is a 2,331 square foot, 3-bedroom, 3-bath. It comes with all the appliances, all the units, washer, dryer, wine fridge, thermidor fridge. It comes with electric blinds throughout the unit, blackout in the bedrooms, about 5% visibility in the living room. We've got a built-in barbecue, and this one's actually fully furnished and dialed in. It's got some really spectacular countertops and one of the best master bedroom views you're ever going to see.
It does.
And this project has been really great. We're probably about 98% done. We're just finishing up the penthouse units on the 18th floor and then coming back and doing our touch-up work. But this is really a resident owner-focused building. So we don't allow short-term rentals. This is a 6-month minimum. Our lobby is completely private, so there's not shared with any businesses. It is just for residents and as well as their garage. So you have your own individual access. You've got a key fob for that. You can also work it off of your phone. And we really just tried to take things that we learned from folks in these other buildings that they wanted changed or that they wish were a little bit different, try to combine them into this building. So we came up with a, owner-focused building, and a lot of our people were with us 3 years ago and put deposits down when we broke ground and are really happy here, which is why you haven't seen a lot of people put them back on the market and try to flip them. But it's a fantastic project. Like I said, I've got 4 units left. Those are getting the finishing touches put on them, and we'll be move-in ready here in a couple of weeks. And we can absolutely set up tours for any interested buyers.
I hadn't been up this high in the building yet, and I mean, no doubt it had a great view, but it just reminds me when you get to this vantage point of the lake, just how special this is. Our town in general, but a location like this, overlooking the park, and the lake, and just so close to all the things, the farmer's market, the library, that would make living downtown so thrilling. It's really easy to kind of vision cast yourself in a place like this. Not so easy to imagine necessarily writing the check to make that happen, but this is a special place.
Absolutely, but when you look, you look at a place like Seattle and the new luxury condo developments going down there and the prices that they're charging, this looks like a bargain. And with some of those new tax laws, it actually could be free, right? If you look at what that's changed, and that's been a lot of my buyers. But like you said, what I love about this view can't change. Nothing can be built in front of it, and it's a special spot. It's a great location, and it's really owner focused. And I think all of our residents are really happy here, and any new residents would be happy here as well.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you for your time. I'm glad you were willing to do this.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you. This is one of one, and talk about putting your stamp on this town. Here it is.
And now we've taken you over to Parkside. It is a mixed-use luxury condo building. Greg, you sold the penthouse up here.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, I was lucky enough to represent the seller of the penthouse on this O2 corner, which is the premium view corner. What's neat about the top 2 floors here is all 4 of the penthouse units are 2-story units. And imagine 2 stories of windows in any one of the directions. It's pretty special.
Wow, yeah.
I've sold a few units in the building over the years, so I'm pretty familiar with this building.
And the amenities here?
There is a workout room and a really fun 18-hole putting course just up above where we're about to walk by here. So open air deck, putting course, and kind of a barbecue deck for the residents. There's some really neat businesses down here, restaurants, salon, bakery by the lake. And as you can see behind us, we are directly across from the city park and the library and Tubbs Hill. So just another ideal location. I feel like we keep saying that about all of these condos. It's
true.
But it's true. We were talking off camera about the profile of who is a buyer, and is there really a different profile for One Lakeside versus here at Parkside, or the Thomas George, or McEwen Tower. I don't know if there is a difference in the profile of the person per se. It comes down to availability and budget.
Yes.
Because there are similar amenities in each of the buildings. I don't know if a rooftop putting course moves the needle per se compared to a rooftop club room and jacuzzi, although those are incredible amenities and different offerings. I don't know if that changes who the buyer profile is.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think they're similar offering, providing the same lifestyle, but they all have their distinct style, and you're not going to know that until you're here touring them. At this point in the episode, that's exactly probably what you're wondering, of like, okay, it's nice to know an overview, and that's what this is. We made a list of some of the most popular buildings so that you don't have to, and at least it's a good starting point as you start your search and are exploring your options.
Yeah, it's just like any home. At some point it comes down to the vibe and the feeling you get when you're in a space, and condo shopping in Coeur d'Alene is no different.
So there you have it. There is a roundup, certainly not an all-inclusive list of your options, but it's a great place to start.
As always, for more information, and we do have a condo guide that we can send you, kind of condense everything we just talked about.
Yeah, it's all in a list, so make sure you check it out. The link will be in the description.
Yeah, click the link below.